Now then, okay, so I've got a set of funny American-sized Allen keys that came with the camera. We will flip it over and take the front cover off of the adaptive optics unit, which is this little thin thing on the front here. And an Allen key about that size, I reckon. 3:30 seconds. How do people manage on inches? 3:30 seconds. Okay. Now, hopefully, when I take this off, all the electronics is going to stay on the bottom bit. That's interesting. I didn't expect it to come off the camera, but it has done. Oh dear. Okay. So that, 100%, tells us what the problem is. Okay? So you filming this for me, right? So we're losing screws. Now, okay, so if you can film here, right, that chunk of glass there, that chunk of glass there is meant to be in that gimbal there. So this is why our adaptive optics isn't working. The lump of glass has come unglued from the mount. So I don't know what to do about that. Let's take the wires off here. And I need to find the screws that fell on the floor before we lose them. Right, Santa Barbara Instruments Group. As I said in a recent email, I've always felt there wasn't something quite right about this adaptive optics unit, and I think now we can say with certainty that it has a fault. So if I get these screws from the floor, that's one, and I'm still missing one. Can you see it? Can you grab it for me? Okay, what do we do about that? I have to say, I'm not at all impressed by that. This is it. The thing works, meant to work by tipping and tilting this little gimbal thing here, and it's quite delicate, but this is just an optical flat. It's not a lens or anything, but it's just stuck in with what seems to be silicon sealant, and obviously it hasn't stuck. So, come on, SB, what are you playing at? I can't see diddly squat here because I haven't got any light, but okay. Behind me in that fibre cabinet drawer there's a microfiber cloth. Can you grab that and fold it into a... I'll take the camera. Can you fold it into a pad for me? This is the thing. See, there's a lump of what feels like silicon sealant on there, and it's just come unstuck. So I've always felt that this unit wasn't really working properly, and I think now we can be justified in saying we found a fault there. Right, if you hang on to that Fernsey, I'm just going to crack the dome open a bit more so I've got more light. It doesn't seem to be raining. There we go, that's better. Okay, so yeah, there's no sign of any adhesion. They've tried to stick it straight onto an anodised surface. Which would kind of explain why we can't get good guiding.
Turn the light off.
Turn the light off. Right. So this guy, as I say, it's not a lens, it's just a flat piece of glass. Should be in there. And it's not. So I think what we're going to do is we may be able to repair that ourselves, but before we do that I'm going to take some photographs of what the problem is and send it off to SBIG and see what they say. They might say, yeah, just stick it in with a bit of silicone sealant, but there's some quite delicate mechanics here. This is all little delicate coils of wire and things. Some seriously strong magnets by the looks of it. So, that's really stiff as well. That's cause for concern. Yeah. That's really stiff. That should not. I'm sure that shouldn't be stiff, because one of the problems I'm having with this unit is that when it's guiding, it's supposed to follow the star very accurately, like 10 or 20 times per second. And what I'm finding is that it jumps from it goes right to 100% deflection one way and stays there for a while, and then goes to 100% deflection the other way. And that being stiff like that, that's alright, that axis is fine. But that axis is really stiff. I'm having to, it's actually creaking as it's moving. So, there's actual friction there. And come on, SBIG, that's just no good. That is not going to wash, I'm afraid. So, okay, I need to put this back on to protect the camera somehow. I need to protect the camera from dust and what have you. So we're going to turn the camera off now and take some still images of this to send off to SBIG, off to the support people, and get their advice. Okay, so yeah, cut. Okay, so we're going to go camera, set up. Okay, so temperature regulation off, fan control disabled. Okay, right, so the fan's gone off, so we're talking to the camera. Okay, that's established. So now we can go AO, exercise, and then step period, it's 250 milliseconds, driven axes both. Okay, alright, that's pretty conclusive. Right, so I'm taking the camera off firmly. And you can see, I hope, that the AO is moving, but it's only moving in one axis. Alright, so one of those axes is definitely stuck. And the optical element's fallen out onto the desk, which is 0 out of 10 SB, not impressed. Okay, so let's do a slightly different test. Exercise. Okay, we're going to drive x-axis only. Go. And you can see, I hope, that is moving, but I don't think that's anywhere near full travel. Let's try the y-axis. Okay, exercise, y-axis only. Go. Alright, now that's interesting. So the y-axis is moving when the x-axis should be moving. Alright, so that's y working as it should. Full scale deflection. And if we stop that and exercise the x-axis only, then we're still getting deflection in the y-axis, but only half scale, sort of a much reduced deflection, and the x-axis isn't moving at all. Now, let's see if I can help it. Yeah, see, if I push it down, it's returning. It's returning to the home position and getting stuck there. So I would say there's something wrong with the bearings on that axis, and I think we've got the fault. I've always felt that the telescope wasn't guiding very well, and that really we should be getting better performance. And I never really thought to get the AO unit out and test it like this, but now that we've seen it not working at all, it's obvious what the problem's been all along. So I think this is going to have to go back to SB, and we'll be emailing them tomorrow morning and see what they want to do about it.